Well, the conditions up here at Bozeman Pass are lots of snow and the road conditions are not much better. As we look at the cars going by on I-90, they're actually doing okay, about 40 to 45 miles an hour. There are still several unknown variables that are going to contribute to the 2010 fire season, including the unknown amount of precipitation in the coming months. That being said, I asked the National Weather Service earlier. Like, it's bone-chilling cold, but I think I got the better end of the deal working the evening, where it's about 12 degrees right now, so much warmer, 12 degrees below zero than it was for you, 20 this morning. Go a little bit downhill from what we've seen with this nice weather, unfortunately. But what are you going to do, Amal? I guess, you can dance, right? I guess you can have a little dance, maybe the snowball, but, it just doesn't work so well. The snow is not the kind of snow you want to make great snowballs, but it's a great snow to play in, so plenty of kids will have a great time at recess for the day today. It's going to take
Halloween. Let's go ahead and send it over to Adam Bell for a look at your freaky forecast. Adam?
Well, Beth, I'm feeling a little lightheaded today. I don't know why, but we have plenty of interesting weather coming up over the next...
Well, the snow has fallen in southwest Montana, and this is the biggest snowstorm of the season so far, with close to a foot of snow in and around the Bozeman area.
Your accurate forecast from Adam Bell starts now with Storm Tracker weather on Montana's news station.
Well, just what they don't need on the eastern seaboard, more snow is in the forecast. Winter storm warnings are spanning from central Pennsylvania all the way up into western Maine, especially for the most of upstate New York and the northern parts of New Hampshire and Vermont. So lots of snow moving on in, and these winter storm warnings actually continue all the way through Friday, and they could see up to a foot or more of snow, particularly where the heavier bands are falling right now across upstate New York, out towards Syracuse and even out toward Buffalo. So definitely not a welcome sight. They've already had enough snow already this season, and yet they're adding more to it. Further to the west, we're looking at just partly cloudy skies across much of the Intermountain West, some scattered snow showers here and there, even some rain showers out towards southeastern Colorado, but definitely not a significant weather event, just a few flurries here and there, nothing unusual. It's a typical winter weather pattern across the Intermountain West. Now further to the west, right along the Oregon-Washington coastline, more showers are moving onshore, and that's going to be the trend for places like Seattle and Portland and even Astoria, as they're going to see more scattered showers in the form of rain moving on through. But for us, we're not really seeing too much going on locally. As we look a little closer to home, you can see that we are looking at just scattered showers or scattered flurries across western Montana, partly cloudy skies, and I do believe that the clouds with the daytime heating should begin to break up as we work our way into the afternoon hours. So we're actually looking at improving conditions. So we start out cloudy this morning, but sunshine this afternoon and very warm as well. Let's take a live look at our iCam over in the mining city and see what's going on live outside this morning. Still dark out there. Sunrise is not for another about 20 minutes or so, but we are getting a little bit closer every morning towards seeing a little more light each and every day. But temperatures, you can't see that on the map or on the camera, but it is very warm over in the mining city. 26 degrees right now, which normally we should be around mid-teens by about this hour, so very warm conditions, and that's thanks to the clouds and that westerly flow. Normally we're in the upper 30s for highs. I think we're going to beat that before noon today, so a very mild afternoon is on its way. Over in the Bozeman area, similar conditions. We're pushing near 30 degrees at the last hour. Normally we should be in mid-teens for lows, and we did drop down to around 24 degrees, and a light southerly wind is going to help us warm up nicely this afternoon. As we look at what's going on around the mining city, partly cloudy skies, talking about more clouds than sun this morning, but more sun than clouds this afternoon, but very mild. As you can see, those numbers generally in the 40s for the most part. One of the few exceptions, Wisdom at 38 degrees. Now as we go overnight tonight, turning partly cloudy, another comfortable evening, maybe an isolated flurry or two. We're looking at temperatures dropping into the teens and 20s for those overnight lows. Now as we slide over to the Gallatin Valley, you can see for yourself, we're looking at mid-40s for the Bozeman area. More clouds than sun. I think it's going to take a little bit longer for the sun to break across the Bozeman area, but further to the west, places like Boulder and Whitehall, I think you're going to see some afternoon sunshine later on today as well. So fairly comfortable afternoon, and then overnight tonight, we're looking at those partly cloudy conditions once again, maybe an isolated flurry, a little bit cooler than this morning as we drop only into the teens. As we look at the next 7 days, you can see for yourself there is that chance of flurries isolated today, then another chance on Saturday, then we dry out and we stay fairly warm, mid-40s across the area Monday and Tuesday, then turning mostly cloudy back on Wednesday with an increasing chance for some scattered flurries. Similar pattern setting up over in the mining city as well. Flurries today, a better chance on Saturday and another chance on Wednesday, but those temperatures still running unseasonably warm for much of southwest Montana. We're going to take a short break and be right back. Record heat to record cold, and now as we greet the month of November, we're seeing t-shirt weather in southwest Montana. To say that we've had an unusual fall is an understatement. I thought I'd break it down just to show you exactly how unusual it's been. Call it cold, call it hot. You could pretty much call the last 10 weeks of weather anything. Anything that is, except normal. Well, as we say goodbye to September and hello to the fall-like month of October, we're saying goodbye to one of the warmest Septembers on record here in southwest Montana. That it was, as both Butte and Bozeman ranked in the top 10 warmest Septembers on record. And according to Warning Coordination meteorologist Ben Schott of the National Weather Service, this September was so extreme, it could be a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
When you look at the whole month as an average, I mean, that is a highly unusual event. Records have gone back into the late 1800s, so you're talking one out of, 110, 115. That's pretty significant there.
Perhaps more amazing about the last several weeks is the abrupt change from summer to winter in just a matter of one day. What a difference 24 hours makes here in southwest Montana. We go from 80s to 30s, almost a 50-degree temperature drop in just a 24-hour period. Record highs to record cold in just a matter of days as we welcomed one of the coldest Octobers on record for the region. Surprisingly enough, such an abrupt change as we welcomed October is not that uncommon.
We like to say here that October tends to be the transition month, and it tends to be the biggest roller coaster ride. And I think if most people kind of think back a little bit, or if you look through the records, you'll see that October tends to give us the biggest ups and downs.
Let's just say if our winter is anything like the fall we've had so far, we are in for a bumpy ride. Now, I did get the chance to ask Ben about his winter forecast and whether the last 10 weeks have influenced it, and he said not really. Still expecting an El Nino winter here in southwest Montana, which generally means warmer and drier conditions. Ben did, though, mention the misconception that when we say warmer and drier, we're not talking 50s and sunny every day this winter. We're still going to get our Arctic blasts and our snowstorms, just perhaps not as many as in years past. From the Weather Patio, I'm Adam Bell for Montana's News Station.